Good morning, students. Exercise 3.4, 14th problem. Prove that cos A plus B into cos C minus cos B plus C into cos A, that is equal to sin B into sin of C minus A. Okay, so I'll take the left hand side. Left hand side, what you are having? Cos A plus B into cos C minus cos B plus C into cos A. So you know the identity of cos A plus B. So it is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B into cos C. In between here you are having minus, so the minus is written, and I am going to apply the trigonometric identity for cos B plus C. So it is cos B cos C minus sin B sin C into cos A. Okay, so the cos C has to be multiplied with both the terms. So the first term will become cos A cos B into cos C minus sin A sin B into cos C. And here you are having minus. This minus has to apply to both the terms. So first multiply. This is cos A into cos B cos C. Then you apply the minus in the front. So it will become minus cos A cos B cos C. And if you multiply these two, it is cos sin B sin C into cos A. Here you are having minus. When it is multiplied with minus, it will become plus. Okay, you look at the first term and the third term. Both are same, but one is in positive, another one is negative. So both getting cancelled. So the remaining is what? Minus sin A sin B cos C plus sin B sin C cos A. So here it is cos A. Okay. So from these two terms, which is common? Sin B is common. So if we take it out sin B, here this term is in negative. So first I'll write the positive term. So I'll take the second term. From that sin B is taken out means the remaining is what? Sin C cos A. Okay. From this term is in minus. So I have written the minus in the middle. So sin B is taken out means the remaining is sin A into cos C. So I have arranged as cos C into sin A. Both are same only. Okay. So see now, it is sin C cos A minus cos C sin A. So sin and cos is has come, and in between you are having minus. So it is the formula of, it is the trigonometry identity of sin C minus A. Otherwise we can say sin of A minus B. So in the place of A you are having C. In the place of B you are having A. So it is the trigonometry identity of sin of A minus B. So here it is written as C minus A. So we have proved the result. This is the result is asked. So we have proved it. Okay, come to the next problem. So the problem number 15. Prove that sin n plus 1 theta into sin n minus 1 theta plus cos of n plus 1 theta into cos of n minus 1 theta is equal to cos 2 theta. Okay, so take the left hand side. In the left hand side, n plus 1 theta, the whole term n plus 1 theta has to be taken as A, and n minus 1 theta has to be taken as B. Okay, so you just substitute this in the previous step. So it is sin, this is A, sin B plus cos A cos B. So what is this? It's a trigonometry identity of cos A minus B. So cos A minus B, if you expand, your answer will become cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. So it's a trigonometry identity of cos A minus B. Now you substitute what is A. A is what? N plus 1 into theta minus what is your B? N minus 1 into theta. Okay, in the theta is common, so I have written out. So here it is n plus 1. If you apply the minus to n minus 1, minus n minus into minus plus 1. So n and minus n getting cancelled. What is 1 plus 1? That is 2. So you are getting cos 2 theta. So next we are moving to the next problem. So what is it? It is the problem number 16. If x cos theta is equal to y cos of theta plus 2 pi by 3, which is equal to z cos of theta plus 4 pi by 3. Find the value of xy plus yz plus zx. Okay, so the given result, this is the given result. Okay, the x cos theta is equal to y into cos of theta plus 2 pi by 3, which is equal to z into cos of theta plus 4 pi by 3. So everything, all the three are equal. So I am going to take that as k, one constant k. Okay, take the first term, x cos theta is equal to k means just find out x. What is x? K by cos theta. This cos theta is in the left side. When you bring it to the right side, it comes in the denominator because x and cos theta are in product. So it is k by cos theta. What is 1 by cos theta? It's a reciprocal of cos theta is secant theta. So here I have written k into secant theta. Take the second result and equate to k. So y into cos of theta plus 2 pi by 3 is equal to k. Now what is y? K divided by cos of theta plus 2 pi by 3. Okay. So next one, take this third result, z into cos of theta plus 4 pi by 3, that is equal to k. The same way z is equal to k by cos of theta plus 4 pi by 3. Here you are having only cos theta, so that's why I have written secant theta. But here these values has to be found. Okay, so I'll consider first cos of theta plus 2 pi by 3. Okay, so see now, theta plus 2 pi by 3. So it is given 2 pi by 3 is in radian. So what is pi by 3? Pi by 3 is nothing but, what is it? It is 60 degree. 2 into 60 degree is 120 degree. That 120 degree I have written as it is 90 degree plus 30 degree. 120 degree, how I have split? It is 90 degree plus 30 degree. I'll rearrange this step. Cos of 90 degree I have written in the front. That is first plus what is remaining? 30 degree plus theta. Okay. So here 2 pi by 3 is what? It is 120. That 120 I have written as 90 degree plus 30 degree. You can write 180 degree minus 60 degree also you can write. Here 90 degree plus 30 degree I have written. I rearrange this term as 90 degree plus 30 degree plus theta. So now how it is? It is in the form of 90 degree plus theta. The whole thing you just take as theta. Okay. 90 degree plus theta. So it is more than 90. Okay. It lies in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, your cos is negative according to ASTC rule. So that's why I have written minus in the front. And next you have to check this 90 degree is a odd multiple, 1 into 90 degree. So it is an odd multiple of 90 degree. So you have to write the complementary ratio. So for cos you have to write sine. So sine of what has to come? 30 degree plus theta. Okay. So the minus I have written in the front. Now it is in the form of sine of alpha plus beta. Use the trigonometric identity. Sine of alpha plus beta. So sine alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sin beta. So here alpha place la 30 degree you are having and in the place of beta you are having theta. So you know the value of sin 30 degree, that is 1 by 2 into cos theta plus cos 30 degree is root 3 by 2 sin theta. So here you see the denominator both having the same number 2. So 2 is the LCM. So here you are having cos theta plus root 3 sin theta by 2. I have found what it is, cos of theta plus 2 pi by 3. In the same way, in the Z term, you are having cos of theta plus 4 pi by 3. So that value also we have to find. So cos of theta plus 4 pi by 3 you just take. What I have said about pi by 3? Pi by 3 is a 60 degree. 60 degree into 4, it is 240 degree. So that 240 degree I have written as 270 degree minus 30 degree. Isn't it? 270 degree minus 30 degree. So rearrange this as 270 degree. I have to write plus, and you see that what has to come, which is positive term, theta. Theta minus 30 degree. Okay. So see now it is 270 degree plus theta. It lies in which quadrant? You see that it lies in the third quadrant. In the it lies in the fourth quadrant. Okay, because 270 degree up to 270 degree it lies in the third quadrant. 270 degree plus some angle is added, so it comes to the fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant your cos is positive, so here I didn't write any symbol. Okay, and 270 degree, it is 3 into 90 degree, so it is odd multiple of 90 degree. So you have to write the complementary ratio or co-ratio. So for cos you have to write sine. So sine of theta minus 30 degree. So now it is in the form of sine of alpha minus beta. In the place of alpha you have to substitute theta. In the place of beta you have to substitute 30 degree. So it is sine theta cos 30 degree minus cos theta sin 30 degree, and the values has to be substituted. If you take LCM, so you will get this answer. Okay, so see now, about what is the question? So see here, you have to find the value of, what is it, xy plus yz plus zx. So see the x value, what is it, k secant theta. What is y? K divided by cos of theta plus 2 pi by 3. This value we have found. In the same way, z is equal to k divided by cos of theta plus 4 by 3. This value also we just now we have found it. Okay, all the values has to be substituted. Okay, see that x is equal to, it is k secant theta. What is y? K divided by what is it, cos of theta plus 2 pi by 3. The cos of theta plus 2 pi by 3 is this value. It has to be substituted here. This minus is common, so I have written to the numerator. This 2, where it will go to the numerator. So minus 2k divided by cos theta plus root 3 sin theta. And z is what? Z is equal to k divided by cos of theta plus 4 pi by 3. What is theta plus 4 pi by 3? It is root 3 sin theta minus cos theta by 2. So that value here it is substituted. This 2 will go to the numerator. So we have found what is x, what is y, and what is z. This is the result as asked, x into y. So if you multiply these two, minus 2 into k squared secant theta. Okay, divided by what has to come? Cos theta plus root 3 sin theta. You see that value? X and y value has to be multiplied. You will get this answer. And the next one, what you have to do? Y and z has to be multiplied. So this is your y value and this is your z value. So multiply means you have to multiply the numerator. So minus 2k into 2k is minus 4k square. You look at the denominator, it is root 3 sin theta plus cos theta. It is root 3 sin theta minus cos theta. So I have multiplied these two terms. Plus, what is the next step? Z into x. You see, this is your z and this is your x. If you multiply the numerator, 2k into k is k squared secant theta. So 2k squared secant theta. And the denominator you are having root 3 sin theta minus cos theta. So you see that what is the LCM? So it is root 3 sin theta plus cos theta into root 3 sin theta minus cos theta. So this is the LCM. Here you are having this term alone. So the numerator has to be multiplied with root 3 sin theta minus cos theta. So see here the LCM is given here. So you have to add the numerator minus 4k square. Come to here. Here you are having root 3 sin theta minus cos theta. So the numerator has to be multiplied with root 3 sin theta plus cos theta. And see now here minus 2k squared secant theta into root 3 sin theta, and minus into minus plus 2 k squared secant theta cos theta. You see now. So you have to multiply. Look at the term. Minus 2k squared secant theta into root 3 sin theta. Minus 2k squared into minus into minus plus. The number is 2k squared secant theta into cos theta. Okay, so I have written the first two terms. Then I'll go to the third term. Okay, so see now 2k squared secant theta into root 3 sin theta I have written as it is, plus 2k squared secant theta cos theta. So finally I have written the, what is that, second term. So it is minus 4k squared. Okay, now what you have to do, this term is in minus here. In the third term, the same thing is in plus. So both getting cancelled. So what is remaining? 2k squared secant theta cos theta. Here you are having 2k squared secant theta cos theta. So the second term and the fourth term has to be added. So if you add, you will get 4k squared secant theta cos theta. And the last term, what you are having? Minus 4k squared. In the denominator, it is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. So it is a squared minus b squared. And you know very well, secant theta is the reciprocal of cos theta. So secant theta can be written as 1 by cos theta. So cos theta in the denominator and cos theta is in the numerator getting cancelled. So what you are having in the numerator of the first term, it is 4k square. Okay, minus next term is 4k square. So both, if you subtract, the numerator is 0. 0 by the denominator is 0. So the value of xy plus yz plus zx is equal to 0. So we have completed the question number 16. Next we are coming to question number 17. Prove that. See, you have to, this subdivision, 4 subdivision, the first 2 subdivision you have to learn as a formula. Okay, see now, first one, sin a plus b into sin a minus b. So trigonometry identity, sin a plus b, sin a minus b, both has to be multiplied. If you multiply, you will get the answer as sin squared a minus sin squared b. In the same way, second one, cos a plus b into cos a minus b. If you multiply, your answer you can write in two ways. The first one, cos squared a minus sin squared b. The next one, cos squared b minus sin squared a. So these two subdivision you have to learn as a formula. Okay, we'll see the proof of the first subdivision. So what we have to multiply? Sin a plus b into sin a minus b. So here I am using the trigonometry identity. Sin a plus b, sin a cos b plus cos a sin b into sin a minus b, sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. The same thing, here you are having plus, here you are having minus. So both has to be multiplied. So it is in the form of a plus b. This is into a minus b. So what is a plus b into a minus b? The formula is a squared minus b squared. So in the place of a, what you are having? Sin a cos b the whole squared minus b squared. In the place of b, you are having cos a sin b the whole square. So they are in multiplication, so you have to square separately. Sin squared a cos squared b minus cos squared a sin squared b. And you see the result. So in the result, what we have to prove? It contains only sine term, sin squared a minus sin squared b. So all the cosine terms has to be changed. So you know the identity. Sin squared theta plus cos squared theta is equal to 1. So cos squared b can be written as 1 minus sin squared b. And here also you don't want cosine term. So this cos squared a can be changed as 1 minus sin squared a. The remaining is sin squared b. So you multiply with sin squared a. Sin squared a into 1 is sin squared a minus sin squared a into sin squared b. Next, what you have to do, in the minus has to be applied. Before that, you have to multiply this term. Sin squared b into 1 is sin squared b. If you apply the minus, it is minus sin squared b. And if you multiply these two, it is sin squared A sin squared B. So this is minus. So minus into minus will become plus. So the same term, one is in minus, another one is in plus. Both getting cancelled. The remaining is sin squared A minus sin squared B. So you have to learn as a formula. So sin A plus B into sin A minus B is equal to sin squared A minus sin squared B. Take the second result. What is it? Cos A plus B into cos A minus B. We have to prove in two ways. Okay, we'll see now. In the same way, cos A plus B, cos A minus B, the trigonometric identity formula has to be applied. So this is plus, it is cosine. So here you will have minus, here you are having minus, so it will become plus. Again it is in the form of A minus B into A plus B. So you have used A square minus B square. What is your A? Cos A, cos B. What is your B? Sin A, sin B. So when you square, cos squared A, cos squared B minus sin squared A, sin squared B. Okay, you see, first one, you look at that. What you have to prove? Cos squared A. So A is the angle, means you have to write only cosine function, cos squared A. B is the angle, means you have to write sin squared B. Okay, but what has to be remain as it is, cos squared A. Okay, and the sin squared A has to be changed. Here cos squared B is needed or sin squared B is needed? Sin squared B is needed. So cos squared B has to be changed. You see the result. What you have to prove? It is cos squared A minus sin squared B. So A angle cosine function irukano, B angle sin function irukano. So which one has to be remain? Cos squared A, you should not change it. In the same way, sin squared B should not be changed. So these two terms has to be changed. So cos squared B, how it will be written using the identity? It is 1 minus sin squared B. And sin squared A can be written as 1 minus cos squared A. So if you multiply cos squared A into 1 is cos squared A minus cos squared A into sin squared B is here you are having. So minus 1 into sin squared B is minus sin squared B. Minus into minus plus cos squared A sin squared B. You see the terms, it is in minus, it is in plus, both getting cancelled. So here you are having cos squared A minus sin squared B. In the same way, you see that second subdivision, you have to write here cos squared B minus sin squared A. So A angle means you have to write sin function, B angle means you have to write cos function. Okay, you go to the first result. Which one has to be, which one should not be changed? It is cos squared B and sin squared A. These should not be changed. But we have to change which one? Cos squared A. How it will be written? 1 minus sin squared A. Next, sin squared A has to be written as it is. This has to be changed. So sin squared B can be written as 1 minus cos squared B. If you multiply cos squared B minus sin squared A into cos squared B minus sin squared A into 1 is minus sin squared A, minus into minus plus sin squared A into cos squared B. So see the second and the fourth term, one is in minus, another one is in plus, both getting cancelled. So you have proved what is asked. Okay, so in the first subdivision, second subdivision, you have to learn as a formula. So we'll come to the third subdivision. You see that what we have to prove. See, in the third subdivision, what is asked? Sin squared A plus B minus sin squared A minus B, which is equal to sin 2A sin 2B. See the first subdivision answer. Sin A plus B into sin A minus B, which is equal to sin squared A sin squared B. So we are going to use the result of the first subdivision. What is in the first subdivision? Sin squared A minus sin squared B is equal to sin A plus B into sin A minus B. This one we have proved in the first subdivision. What is asked in the third subdivision? Sin squared A plus B minus sin squared A minus B. Okay. See, in the place of A, Now you have written a plus b. In the place of b, you have to write a minus b. Okay, so you know this answer. So sign of, in the place of a, what you have to write here? A plus b. So a can be written as a plus b. And b, in the place of b in this formula, here you are having a minus b. So in the place of b, you have to substitute a minus b. Sign of, you look at this, sign of a. In the place of a, what you have to write? It is a plus b. In the place of a, you have to write a plus b. In between, you are having minus. In the place of b, what is your question? It is a minus b. So the minus has to be applied to a minus b. So it is minus a plus b. So here b and minus b getting cancelled. So a plus a is 2a. And here a and minus a getting cancelled. B plus b is 2b. So we have proved the third subdivision. What is it? Sin squared a plus b minus sin squared a minus b is equal to sin 2a sin 2b, using the results of the first subdivision. And see the fourth subdivision. Cos 8 theta into cos 2 theta, that is equal to cos squared 5 theta minus sin squared 3 theta. You have to prove that. Okay. So see the result. In the result, you are having 5 theta, 3 theta. So we have to use that angle 5 theta and 3 theta. You see now, cos 8 theta can be written as 5 theta plus 3 theta. And cos 2 theta can be written as, using the same angle, 5 theta minus 3 theta, that is equal to 2 theta. Here what we did? So your result should be, what the result you have to prove? It is cos squared 5 theta minus sin squared 3 theta. What is the angles are used here? 5 theta and 3 theta. So we have to use those angles, and this 8 theta can be written as 5 theta plus 3 theta. And 2 theta can be written as 5 theta minus 3 theta. So see now, here it is in the form of cos a plus b into cos a minus b, isn't it? So in the second subdivision, cos a plus b into cos a minus b can be written as cos squared a minus sin squared b. Otherwise, cos squared b minus sin squared a. So here your a is what? 5 theta. So first cos squared, which formula has to be chosen? So this formula has to be chosen. So cos a plus b into cos a minus b is equal to cos squared a minus sin squared b. So the same formula has to be applied for this term. So in the place of you are having 5 theta. In the place of b, you are having 3 theta. So your answer will become cos squared 5 theta minus sin squared 3 theta. Okay, so we'll come to the problem number 18. So what is it? Show that cos squared a plus cos squared b minus 2 cos a cos b into cos a plus b is equal to sin squared a plus b. Okay, take the left hand side result. What you are having? Cos squared a plus cos squared b minus 2 cos a cos b into cos a plus b. So here cos squared b can be written as 1 minus sin squared b. Why this alone has to be changed? You see the third step. The one I have written in the first term, and I'll combine cos squared a minus sin squared b. Just now in the 17th problem, second subdivision, so we have learned this result. Cos squared a minus sin squared b can be written as cos a plus b into cos a minus b. So therefore, this cos squared b has to be changed as 1 minus sin squared b. And you see the remaining term we have written as it is. So from the second term and the third term, what is common? Cos a plus b is common. So it has to be taken out. What is remaining here? Cos a minus b minus this term 2 cos a cos b. Okay, cos a minus b, you have to use the trigonometry identity. So it is cos a cos b plus sin a sin b minus 2 cos a cos b. Look at the first term and the last term. Both are same, but the coefficient are different. Here you are having 1, here you are having minus 2. So, minus 2 cos A cos B plus cos A cos B. If you subtract, your answer will become minus cos A cos B, isn't it? So, what is remaining here? Sin A sin B. So, it is positive. So, you have written as a first term. Sin A sin B. If you calculate these two, your answer is minus cos A cos B. Okay. From these two terms, I have taken minus out. If I taken minus out, this will become positive. And here, this term will become negative. So, it is in the form of cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. So, what is it? It's a trigonometry identity of cos A plus B. Okay, in the front you are having minus. So, if you multiply these two terms, here you are having plus, here you are having minus. So, plus into minus is minus. Cos A plus B into cos A plus B is cos squared A plus B. Now, 1 minus cos squared A plus B can be written as sin squared A plus B. Okay, so we have proved the result. Okay, thank you students.